Well, a Pakistani official says there was an overnight exchange of fire at the border with India. That's along the so-called line of control that separates the nuclear-armed rivals and neighbors. Earlier this week, militants shot dead at least 26 tourists in the Indian-administered Kashmir. That marked the deadliest attack since 2019. A previously unknown group called Kashmir Resistance has claimed responsibility. This Friday, India's army chief visiting the site of the attack. India and Pakistan have already fought two wars over Kashmir. Joining me on the set is our foreign editor, Philip Turle. Hello to you. Philip, what's the latest concerning the investigation, and how bad is the situation right now between India and Pakistan?
I think that we're in a situation where this could all spiral out of control pretty quickly. We've had an exchange of fire today between the two sides. As you said, the Indian Army chief is travelling to Pakistan today to try to bring some calm to the situation. You can see Kashmir on the map here. Part of it is under Pakistani control. That is the Muslim majority area. Then you have the Hindu part of India, Pakistan as well. There's also part under a Chinese Kashmir, but the two regions of Kashmir that are separately under control from Pakistan and India have been at loggerheads for years over total control of that area. New Delhi's regularly blaming Islamabad for backing gunmen in Kashmir who've been fighting an insurgency since 1989. Islamabad has denied backing the insurgents. It says that it only supports Kashmir's struggle for self-determination. So there's really no strong dialogue going on there. There have been ceasefires, but nothing really concrete. So this is a spiraling out of control of the situation due to this terrorist attack. Now, what's happened so far is that India has released 3 sketches of the suspects. They say 2 of them are of Pakistani origin. They've issued a reward of 2 million rupees, that's about 20,000 euros, for information leading to their arrest. And they've also arrested, in the meantime, about 1,500 suspects whom they say are members of terrorist groups and who could eventually lead them to the members of this group, the Kashmir Resistance, who are responsible for the killing of these 26 tourists. As far as retribution is concerned, retaliatory measures by India, we already have a downgrading of diplomatic ties, a suspension of a water-sharing treaty, the closure of the main land border, and a visa service is cancelled for Pakistani nationals. And Narendra Modi, the Indian Prime Minister, has actually gone further than that, saying that India will go to the end of the earth to find the terrorists and their backers, making that statement in English, which is quite rare for him, to let the world know that India is going to push ahead to find out who was responsible for this attack.
And the second point on that, the suspension of the water-sharing treaty, how significant is that?
It's very significant because this water-sharing treaty has been in operation since 1960. That's 65 years, and has never been stopped, even when there have been clashes between the two sides. It was mediated by the World Bank. It splits the Indus River between both countries and regulates the sharing of water. Why is that important? It's important because it's been one of the most successful water-sharing agreements in the world today, and it allows Pakistan to obtain water downstream from 6 different rivers which are dependent on the Indus River, which is why they're worried now, and they're issuing warnings to India saying you should not interrupt this water-sharing agreement because it could lead to drought in Pakistan, or India could flood Pakistan. So in the meantime, Pakistan's announced a suspension of trade with India and also the suspension of Indian diplomats. So we're really not out of the woods yet, Will.
All right, Philip. Thank you very much, Philip Turle, joining us on the set there.